Welcome guys, and this is the tutorial for the challenge I talked to you about in the lecture before. You need to do these challenges. If you don't, then you will lose track about how good you have become in motion graphics. So remember, the first thing is to create our composition. I will click on the composition creation button and it says composition name. I will call it challenge. Easy. The preset here, we choose HD DV 720 by 25 and we leave everything like it is except duration is 3 seconds. Cool. Change the background to your taste. I'm cool with this one. I write OK. Fine. I want to start creating the shapes now. I will click on the rectangle tool and start drawing. Let's put it over here. Okay, it is white. That's not very cool with me. I'll change the color and make it blue. Some nice blue. Of course, you can choose the colors that you want. Good, that's okay. And remember about the anchor point. We need to put it in the middle later on. I will choose the selection tool again and deselect and go to create the other two rectangles. Click on the rectangle here, make the fill white. I could do it now or later, and put my rectangle anywhere I want. Okay, this size is okay. Fine, I'm adjusting it. I'm happy. First of all, I put the anchor point in the middle, Control Alt Home. It will be easier to move it around. Press V, I could do that, or take the selection tool. You notice selection tool, the shortcut is V. So I can now move my layer anywhere I want. I'll just put it here. Now here, I have to rename it. It will be better. I will write a top rectangle. Maybe we'll rename the bottom one also, say big rectangle. Cool. I will choose the top one. So when I create a new layer, it comes on top. Now fine, I can either create a new rectangle or use a shortcut which is Control D to duplicate. It gives me top rectangle 2. I will call it bottom rectangle. Press enter and here it is. Now they are on top of each other. After Effects does not put it in some other place, put it just on top. So I click to move it, and when it is black I can press shift to move only vertically. I'll just position it here. That's cool. Now I still have the text. Remember what we did. We create a composition, then we design, then we animate, then we sequence. Cool guys. Now I go to text. I click here for example. That's okay. And I will write motion graphics is awesome. Okay, you could write anything you want. To come out of the editing of the text, you know that, you go to your selection tool. You don't press V because it will write V. I have the anchor point in the middle, click on it and try to put it as much as possible in the middle. Then later on I can use the align. Remember, I can make it bigger. And that seems all about okay. I can change the color to white. That's nicer. Fine. I will center the anchor point in the middle. What you can do now is select all of them and press Control Alternate and Home and center all the anchor points. I will come to the align, of course, and align them according to the composition in the center. That's not bad. And according to the composition, align them vertically. No, that didn't work. You see what happened? Maybe I need to align only these two layers, the text and the background or the big rectangle. I will align them vertical. Here you are. Now that's not bad. If these are small, you think, or big, what you can do is select both of them and start, playing with them. It's going to be a bit hard, but it's okay. That's fine with me. I'll take this one down. It doesn't seem in the center. Now that I have done the design, I want to animate. Let's see, what do I have? I will twirl this one up and big rectangle up. I'm set. Fine. How do I want to animate them? First, the big rectangle. I want the big rectangle to come from the left side. So I can twirl down the transform and choose position. After, let's say, half a second, that's cool. I will keyframe the position, meaning I want it over there. And then come back to the beginning and just scrub this value to the left. Makes sense to you? If I wanted to go faster, I press shift and it will go out like this. Cool. Now I have the big one coming in. Fine. Now let's go and animate the other two small rectangles. Okay. I will go to the top rectangle. Instead of twirling down and then twirling down transform, I know I want to animate the position. So all I have to do is to press P and the position will open for me. I will go, of course, to 13 frames. That's almost half a second. or 12 frames, whatever. I'll keyframe and saying, okay, at this time I want it in this position. Go to the beginning, then I can scrap the value here to take it up. That's easier. I find it easier than, you know, manipulating the shape in the composition using the mouse. Fine, so this is done. You see, 2 of them are done. Cool. Let's go to the bottom rectangle. Also, you can press P and then come to the next keyframe. I've just aligned them here and press the stopwatch to start your animation. Come back to the beginning and also take this one down by scrubbing the value. So what I'm doing here to show you, I'm just clicking and dragging to the right. It increases the value. Here you are. Now let's look at our animation. We go to preview. If you don't have it, you know, it's under window, you know, all that. And here we are. Now there is awesome. How do we animate awesome? Let's awesome come from the right side here. We go to the text here and press P and come to the last keyframe here. So I will align it, the timeline indicator. Press on the stopwatch to start the animation. Come to the beginning. Click, hold, press shift and take it to the outside. So there are many ways to move that. Okay, I play. Not bad. Now your fourth step or your last step is to sequence them. I select one of the layers, press A, twirl them all up. So you see what I've done here. I selected all of them and twirl them all up at once. Fine. So what I want to achieve here is the big rectangle come first. I leave it there. I will take the top rectangle and move it. Take the other bottom rectangle in the same time and let this text come after. So, you know, without even looking at the animation, you know, this comes first, then these two come second, and this is 3. Let's run the animation. Here you are. Pretty nice. Actually, it's pretty awesome. Now, I don't like the speed awesome is coming with. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to bring it in time. This seems much better. Cool. And then I'm going to press P to see the keyframes. And simple enough, I'm going to click on the last keyframe in this layer and bring it nearer. You notice you can move your keyframe. Wow, that's nice. So now it's speedier because the time in between keyframes is shorter. Let's run our animation. Look at it. Wow, not bad. Let's do the same for these two. So I'll select both layers, press P, and then select the 2 keyframes. You see how I'm doing it. I'm just drawing it like so and bring them nearer, which makes them much faster. Notice? Cool. That's not bad at all. I'm okay with that. I will select all the layers, meaning I select one layer, press Ctrl A, twirl them all up, and here I am with my animation. Now the last thing that is left is to enable motion blur. I will enable it in the composition and then enable it in the 3 layers. Let's watch what's happening. Cool, you're done, guys. That is fantastic. You did your first challenge, and I hope that you didn't even have to come to this lecture. You already did that. You didn't have to learn all over After Effects, all the concept, principles, I don't know what, and so on. But you created an awesome animation and used only position. Now be a bit more ambitious. What can you add here? Can you add another rectangle here that will pop up? I don't know, something here, so things like this. Play with it. Don't settle for only that. Make it even more. Thank you very much for listening, and I will see you in the next lecture.